Hi everybody, I'm Aryan Rasoulipour. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about some secrets of translating and translators' secret. Why some words can't be translated, in fact, forever. Okay, let me talk about this subject. Have you ever tried to translate common phrase only to have a translation tool fail spectacularly? What separates literal words from a word translation from one that truly captures the meaning? The answer lies deeply with the field of linguistic science, and it often comes down to idioms, or, in the other word, idioms are one of a translator's biggest headache. They are figurative expressions that are deeply rooted in culture of a unique, specific language. Think of them as a grammatically fixed phrases. You cannot change the word's order or simply omit a word. Because they have figurative or non-literal meaning, they are often opposite of them as a text expression, which have an evident, clear meaning and flexible and changeable term. If you are a translator facing a tricky idiom, or the idiom one that's simply understandable, you have a few tricks up your sleeve. For example, you can use borrowing, recreation, or even deleting a part of idiom as a trick, or in some highly restricted and limited literary texts, you can or might be omit the whole idiom entirely. The most important concept in this word is distinction between the text and discourse. While the terms are sometimes used interchangeably, they represent two very different layers of communication. Text is the linguistic structure. It's just the words on the page or the recording file or video. It's a concrete evidence we look at, mainly focusing on things like a grammar, word choice, and something like that, or what's called cohesion and coherence. But, on the other hand, discourse is the communicative act. It's a language in context and in practice. Its scope is much broader, including social, cultural, and psychological elements and factors. The simple way to remember it is this: text plus context equals to discourse. Now, translation isn't just about printed words. You have heard of interpreting, yeah? Right? Yeah, of course it's right. Interpreting is essentially oral translation, and unlike a written translation, the interpreter is under an incredibly close, near instant deadline. There is no chance to correct improbable and unavoidable mistakes. Once the words are spoken, you should translate inevitably. Finally, let's look at the three main types of and sorts of translation as a category of translation based on how we move between languages and even the forms of expression. Firstly, interlingual translations. This is what most people think about translating and interpreting from one distinct language to another one, like from Persian to Spanish or Spanish to German language. Secondly, we have intersemiotic translation or interpretation. This is when you translate a text into a non-linguistic form, like taking an English and turning it into a fine art like movie, theater, or a signpost besides road. And three, interlingual translation is the final types of translating system categories. This is actually switching or simplifying inside a particular language, like changing complex French into simpler French. Okay, that's it. We have also think about how sounds affects work. We should notice this fact also. Phonology, the study of language sound system, is a significant part of translation techniques. It impacts translation when we need to replicate things like rhythm, sounds, effects, or names and recognitions. It also comes into the play when a literal translation is actually phonologically impossible in the target language. The world of translation is far more complex than substitution and substituting words into each other. It's about culture, context, and even sounds. If you have found this breakdown helpful, hit like button and subscribe for more live videos and diving into the linguistic as deep as possible. Okay, that's it. Thank you for attending on my YouTube channel. As I mentioned before, please don't forget to like this video, and more important, don't forget to subscribe this channel and push the notification. Until the next time, farewell, take care, goodbye, and good luck.